Hi, Misha here. Kind of back with something old, made slightly new again by a new version from Century. This actually, when we did the original of this gun, was one of our more popular earlier videos from a couple of years ago, and it's a gun that Jay still owns. We're going to pitch it over him in just a minute. He can tell you what it's like to own it. We have the Century C-308 Sporter. And now this comes with very nice original military wood furniture. See the handguard. This isn't Century wood, you know, the balsa popsicle stuff. This is original Spanish CETME wood, and as you see, it's really nice. Even the rubber butt plate still has quite a bit of rubber to it. Still have the kind of cheesy polymer lower, unfortunately, but that's very easily replaced. And now these are stripping with two 20-round Spanish CETME steel mags. Kind of neat, kind of the old school. They've got a very slight curve to them, which is the big difference between HK mags. But this should feed fine from HK alloy and steel as well. Obviously, as you can tell by the name, this is chambered for 308. Or rather, I should say, or Century should say, 7.62 NATO. We know there's a difference, but unfortunately people use those quite interchangeably. Century actually did this build right. They contracted with PTR. They supplied PTR with excellent to unissued condition CETME Modelo C parts kits. And then PTR supplied their receiver and barrel, 18-inch barrel, and built it. PTR actually got their original tooling from Portugal, who had a license from HK, so they were a contract maker, and that's where the PTR stuff. So they are operating using original tooling and specs, at least to some degree. That's also why this has the more PTR kind of phosphate with paint over it finish versus the kind of rough gray Century. You can actually see the Century finish on this muzzle device because it's from them, but then the barrel has more of the PTR finish. And of course, PTR is pretty much second to none for roller delay guns in the USA. In fact, they just released their MP5, which is neat news. So quickly, the features on this: we have the original CETME stock with the pass-through for the sling. It has two holes for your push pins. It's got this rubber recoil pad. CETME guns had a little bit stronger buffer. If for a G3, we consider it a heavy buffer, which is great. It helps cut down felt recoil. It has the CETME kind of paddle wheel. I always think of it as like the Mark Twain rear sight. It also has this pick rail, and this is made of steel, and it's welded to the receiver, so it's going to hold zero. Typical cocking handle. This is made of steel. It folds. Typical triple frame front sight. This does have the bayonet lug. You may get the cleaning kit tube behind it. If not, you can put one in. It does have the grenade ring on the barrel. And the barrel is threaded. Even though it kind of comes with this muzzle device, it's a little dippy to me. It is effective. It is a good, it works well, even if I don't like the looks. You can attach an original HK CETME birdcage, though, for more of an authentic look. Got our front sling loop there. No paddle mag release, unfortunately, but that's pretty common for most of the semi-autos. And again, it kind of has the silly lower, but that's easily fixed. So, and also these tend to have pretty nice triggers. They're kind of a little bit little heavy, but has a very noticeable clear break. It's not very mushy, which is nice for the HK system. But yeah, not a whole lot new to talk about in the gun world, and these are out with this nice wood, and actually the prices are very reasonable. You can pick these up brand new with warranty for $700 or less, and if you're looking for a reliable 308, it'll do it. You've either got mil-spec Spanish parts, or you've got PTR parts, which are about as good as it gets for the US. Alright guys, well, I'm going to hand this over to Jay. He'll take you to the range, and then he'll give you his thoughts after having owned one of these for a couple of years.
So as Misha mentioned, I've actually had this C-308 for a few years, and I've added the CETME wood stock furniture, which I think is actually quite a bit better than the default plastic that comes on the C-308, the older model C-308. So I'm glad to see that on the new models they're adding this from the factory, because I think it's a lot better furniture. I've had about 1,000 rounds through this rifle, and to date I haven't had any failures with it that I would attribute to the rifle. I've had 2 failed feeds that were both on the same greasy surplus G3 magazine, so I can't really attribute that to the rifle itself. So it's been extremely reliable for me, and with the prices that these things are coming in at, I really personally think that they're the best value in 308 today. So anyway, a little shooting segment and my opinion with my own C-308. I love it. The recoil impulse is really good. It's just very soft, push backwards compared to a lot of other 308s, especially 308 ARs. So yeah, if you're interested in it, I think it's worth checking out. So if you like this type of content, please click like. Be sure to subscribe to check the other reviews and other videos that we have out there. And if you're interested in contributing to our Patreon, you can check the link in the description below. This is Jay, and we'll catch you next time.